Welcome to my channel. Today, we're exploring Stellar Defiance, a sci-fi journey where humanity stands strong and defies the odds across the galaxy. Dive into epic starship battles, powerful tech, and the resilience that makes us unstoppable in a universe full of challenges. If you're ready for a thrill-packed adventure in deep space, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Shadows of the Starborn begins in a universe where humanity has become a star-faring civilization, establishing colonies on distant worlds and pushing the boundaries of known space. The story follows the crew of the Ardent Horizon, an exploration vessel on a mission to investigate unexplained energy readings originating from the edge of an uncharted sector. Humanity has learned much but understands little of the galaxy's deeper mysteries, and this mission represents their most daring foray yet into regions unexplored by any intelligent species. There are rumors of ancient beings, known only in fragments across scattered galactic myths, as the Starborn entities said to be as old as the stars themselves, creatures of light, shadow, and energy whose consciousness exists across dimensions. While their legend is widespread, no civilization has ever encountered definitive proof of their existence. Captain Althea Riggs leads the mission. A seasoned explorer known for her intelligence, calm under pressure, and unwavering dedication, Althea carries a sense of wonder tempered by caution. Her interest in this mission goes beyond professional duty. She has long been fascinated by the legends surrounding the Starborn and feels a strange, almost spiritual pull to discover what lies beyond the frontier. Her crew members include Dr. Ezra Vale, an astrophysicist whose obsession with the Starborn has made him an outsider even among his peers. He has spent years gathering fragmented references to the Starborn from civilizations across the galaxy, convinced that they hold the key to understanding humanity's place in the cosmos. The rest of the crew is made up of scientists, engineers, and explorers who share a blend of ambition and trepidation, bound together by the excitement of reaching new horizons and the uncertainty of what awaits them. After months of travel, the Ardent Horizon arrives at the source of the energy readings. What they encounter is beyond anything they could have imagined: a massive, dark structure suspended in the void. The structure is so vast that its edges blur into shadow, with layers of intricate design that appear both organic and technological. Its outer walls pulse faintly with energy, casting a spectral glow across the surface that illuminates strange symbols, shifting glyphs that seem to dance in response to their presence. The crew's initial scans revealed that the structure is far older than any known civilization, predating even the oldest galactic records. This discovery fills them with both awe and dread, as they realize they are standing before a relic from a time beyond time itself. As they prepare to enter, the crew is filled with a sense of reverence and unease. The structure feels alive, as though it is aware of their presence, and they move cautiously, their excitement tempered by a growing sense of foreboding. Upon entering, they find themselves in a vast network of corridors that extend in all directions, each one marked by strange, pulsing lights that seem to guide them. The walls are covered in symbols and carvings that defy comprehension, and every step they take echoes in a way that feels otherworldly, as though the very space around them is shifting in response to their movements. Days turn into weeks as they explore the structure, but they make little progress in deciphering its purpose. The deeper they go, the more they experience strange phenomena. Crew members report hearing faint whispers that seem to come from the walls, voices speaking in languages they cannot understand but which fill them with an inexplicable sense of familiarity. Some experience vivid dreams filled with symbols, visions of distant galaxies, and shadowy figures that seem to watch them with knowing eyes. The line between reality and imagination begins to blur, and they struggle to maintain their focus as the structure exerts a strange, almost hypnotic influence over them. Dr. Vale becomes increasingly obsessed with the symbols. He spends hours each day studying them, convinced that they hold the key to understanding the Starborn. His obsession isolates him from the rest of the crew, who begin to regard him with a mixture of concern and fear. Captain Riggs, worried about his well-being, orders him to take a break, but he resists, insisting that he is on the verge of a breakthrough. His determination borders on desperation, as though he senses that he may never have another chance to uncover the truth he has sought for so long. One night, as the crew is resting, a powerful surge of energy courses through the structure, causing the walls to flare with light. The entire crew is awakened by the disturbance, and as they gather to investigate, they witness an apparition. A towering figure composed of swirling stardust appears before them, its form flickering with energy. The figure is both beautiful and terrifying, with eyes that shine like distant suns, and when it speaks, its voice reverberates within their minds. It introduces itself as Nyaris, a custodian of the Starborn's knowledge and one of the last remnants of a civilization that once spanned galaxies. Nyaris explains that the Starborn were beings of light and shadow who had transcended physical form, existing in a state that allowed them to shape reality, manipulate time, and explore the mysteries of consciousness. They were not gods, but seekers of knowledge, beings who had evolved beyond mortal understanding in their quest to unravel the secrets of existence. Nyaris tells them that the sanctuary they have entered was once a place of meditation and learning, where the Starborn would gather to contemplate the nature of reality. Over time, however, the sanctuary was abandoned, left to drift in the void as the Starborn moved on to higher planes of existence. He warns the crew that their presence in the sanctuary has awakened ancient defenses designed to protect its knowledge from those who are unprepared to bear its weight. The crew is stunned by this revelation, and though they feel a profound sense of awe, they also sense the danger that lies within the structure's depths. Nyaris offers them a choice: they can leave now, with only fragments of the Starborn's knowledge, or they can stay and risk losing themselves to the shadows of the sanctuary. Captain Riggs faces an agonizing decision. Leaving means abandoning the mission and the knowledge they have come so far to find, but staying could mean risking the lives of her crew. She consults with Dr. Vale, who begs her to stay, insisting that the knowledge of the Starborn is worth any price. Riggs is torn, knowing that Vale's obsession has clouded his judgment, but she also feels the weight of her own curiosity, the sense that they are on the brink of a discovery that could change the course of human history. Ultimately, Riggs decides to stay, but she orders a strict rotation of the crew, with only small teams allowed inside the sanctuary at a time to minimize exposure to its effects. The crew continues their exploration, moving deeper into the structure under Nyaris's watchful gaze. As they progress, they encounter a series of chambers filled with crystalline structures that emit a soft, pulsing light. Each crystal appears to contain memories, visions of the Starborn's history, their discoveries, and their final moments before they transcended physical form. The crew watches these memories with a mixture of wonder and sorrow, seeing glimpses of worlds shaped and transformed, civilizations nurtured and protected, and a galaxy filled with life. But as they delve deeper, they sense a hidden darkness within the sanctuary. They learn that not all the Starborn embraced transcendence willingly. Some sought to cling to their physical forms, fearing the unknown realms beyond. These dissidents, known as the Forsaken, resisted the Starborn's path, believing that they could use their powers to rule the galaxy rather than abandon it. A conflict ensued, one that tore the Starborn apart and ultimately led to the creation of the sanctuary as a place of refuge for those who wished to retreat from the chaos. The crew's discovery of the Forsaken story sends shockwaves through their ranks. They realize that the shadows haunting the sanctuary are remnants of these dissidents, echoes of beings who refused to relinquish their power. These shadows, bound to the sanctuary by their defiance, now seek to corrupt and consume any who enter, luring them deeper into the structure with promises of power and knowledge. Captain Riggs realizes that they have stumbled into a trap, a place designed not only to protect the Starborn's knowledge, but to ensnare those who are tempted by its power. The crew faces increasing challenges as they attempt to escape. The shadows manifest more frequently, appearing as distorted, ghostly figures that whisper promises of enlightenment and power. Crew members begin to disappear, lost in the labyrinthine corridors, their minds consumed by visions of the Forsaken's rebellion. Dr. Vale, unable to resist the lure of the knowledge he has sought for so long, becomes one of the shadow's victims. He is found wandering the corridors, his eyes vacant, muttering fragments of the Starborn's language as though possessed. Despite the crew's attempts to save him, he slips away, vanishing into the darkness like so many before him. Captain Riggs, desperate to protect her remaining crew, makes a final plea to Nyaris, asking him for guidance. Nyaris reveals that the only way to escape is to confront the Forsaken, to face the shadows and deny their power. He explains that the sanctuary's defenses were designed to test the resolve of those who enter, to see if they are worthy of the knowledge within. Only those who can resist the shadow's temptation can pass through the sanctuary unharmed. Riggs, steeling herself for the ordeal, rallies her crew, urging them to resist the shadows and remember their purpose. The final confrontation is harrowing, as the crew faces visions of power, immortality, and forbidden knowledge. Each member must confront their deepest desires and fears, resisting the shadows that promise to fulfill their darkest ambitions. Captain Riggs faces a vision of herself as a Starborn, a being of light and shadow with the power to reshape reality. The temptation is overwhelming, but she clings to her humanity, refusing to abandon her crew and her mission. Her defiance weakens the shadows, causing them to fade, their voices silenced by her determination. In the aftermath, Nyaris appears one last time, his form flickering as though he, too, is fading. He commends Riggs and her crew for their resilience, explaining that they have passed the sanctuary's test and proven themselves worthy of the Starborn's knowledge. He offers them a fragment of the Starborn's wisdom, a vision of the universe as they saw it, a place of infinite possibility and interconnectedness. The crew watches in awe as they are shown the true nature of reality, glimpsing the threads that bind all things together, the harmony that lies beneath the chaos. As the vision fades, Nyaris gives them a final message, that knowledge is both a gift and a burden, and that true enlightenment comes not from power but from understanding. He warns them to use the Starborn's knowledge wisely, to remember that every choice they make will echo through the cosmos. With that, he disappears, leaving the crew alone in the sanctuary. Captain Riggs and her crew make their way back to the ardent horizon, forever changed by their encounter with the Starborn. They leave the sanctuary behind, knowing that they have glimpsed a truth beyond human comprehension. The journey home is filled with reflection, as each crew member grapples with the weight of what they have experienced. They return to human space as pilgrims of the Starborn, carrying with them a story that will inspire and caution future generations. In the years that follow, the legend of the Ardent Horizon and its crew spreads across the galaxy. They become symbols of humanity's potential, reminders of the balance between ambition and humility, knowledge and restraint. The story of the Starborn lives on, a shadow that lingers in the minds of all who hear it, a reminder that the cosmos is vast and unknowable, filled with mysteries that will forever remain just beyond reach.